What's up, Bills Mafia? Today I got 9 takeaways from the first week of Bills training camp. But before we get to that, let's get to that intro.
This is VZ Music.
Welcome to the Mafia Sports Report. I am Tommy. Please like, subscribe, hit that notification bell because I always forget to tell you. Well, Bills Mafia, today the Buffalo Bills return to training camp for day 7. And, man, it's been going good for a lot of these players. Offense struggled a little bit yesterday, but it's been a back-and-forth battle. Defense looking great so far. Offense looking pretty damn good. But we got the 9 takeaways so far from the first week of Bills training camp. Once again, shout out to Bills Wire for making this article. All right, so first one on their list, Kincaid, consistent. And that he's been. The word consistency tossed around in reports about first-round rookie tight end Dalton Kincaid is consistent. He's getting open, being found by quarterback Josh Allen, and has a great set of hands. It's been a good start in the NFL for Kincaid. And, man, I agree. Listen, from all reports, from people that I know that has attended training camp, this dude has been unstoppable. Like, his route running is crisp. His hands are great. Other things I'm hearing is his speed. He has like this secret speed about him, right? Like, so everyone's talking about his hands, his route running, but his speed is really getting noticed in camp. Listen, man, players are having a really tough time keeping up with Kincaid. And the other thing I really love is that Josh Allen is already getting a connection down with Dalton Kincaid. Man, I said this a million times. It takes Josh Allen a little time to get familiar with younger players or a new teammate. Diggs was different, right? And that's why everybody was like, brothers are brothers. Like, you know, first year Diggs comes here, Allen and Diggs connection right away. But that doesn't always happen, right? Even with Dawson Knox, it took a couple seasons before him and Knox started getting that connection going. You know, same with the other receivers, right? Even with Gabe Davis. So the fact that he is already getting this connection down with Kincaid, trusting Kincaid, is huge, man. Because one thing we missed last season was, or at least Josh Allen missed, was a security blanket, right? When things broke down, he didn't have that, right? Because Cole Beasley moved on, right? Or the Bills moved on from Cole Beasley. And it got so bad last year that they had to get Cole Beasley out of retirement late in the season to get Josh help, to get that security blanket back. And by that time, I think Cole Beasley, listen, man, he was already sitting on the couch a while. It just wasn't the same old Cole Beasley, right? Well, guess what? Now you got this rookie tight end / receiver / playmaker. I just call him a playmaker. At this point, they drafted a playmaker. Now, listen, it's early. I get it, right? I got to see it in game action, right? No doubt about it, right? I don't want to jump the gun too fast, but like I said, man, so far, going against one of the best defenses in the NFL, Kincaid is really showing up. So it's awesome to hear. I cannot wait to see him in game action. But man, guys, I'm gonna tell you right now, if this continues on into the regular season, man, defenses are gonna have a tough time against this offense. I'm gonna tell you that right now, because also Gabe Davis is showing out in camp as well. So, and then also, Diggs. I don't even talk about Diggs because Diggs is amazing. He's already showing out in camp. But anyways, let's get next player on this list, and that is Dorian Out. Says during spring practices, third-round rookie Dorian Williams was getting snaps in the middle. That came after general manager Brandon Beane said Williams would not be factored into the discussion to replace Tremaine Edmunds. As training camp began, we immediately saw that Beane was not lying. Williams has not featured in the middle at all, and the top candidates appears to be Dotson and Bernard. For what it's worth, Bernard was brought along slowly too. He backed up Matt Milano as a rookie last year, like Williams looks slated to do. I'm a little surprised. I'm not going to be honest. I really thought that they were going to give him the opportunity this season to be at middle linebacker, but I guess not. I guess they want to, take their time with him, see what they got, let him learn. But we'll see what happens the following season. But I'll be honest with you guys, I don't think any of these middle linebackers right now on the roster are the answer right now. I just don't. I really wish the Buffalo Bills would consider going out in free agency, because there's some guys still out there, some vet players, and sign one. Okay, Miles Jack's a name that keeps popping up. But they may be waiting for training camp and preseason to start dwindling down when player cuts are happening and pick up a linebacker that's been released from another team. Very, very possible. So we'll see what happens. But as of right now, not too comfortable with Dotson or Bernard. I got to be honest with you, but I still have a weird feeling that this is almost going to be a middle linebacker by committee kind of deal, depending on who we're playing and who's going to start that game. That's just my opinion. If we go into the season with these guys at middle linebacker, that's how I see it. I don't know if anyone is going to win the job, but I could be wrong. I totally could be wrong. Okay, next on this list, All-Pro Poe. All right, let's see what they say. Jordan Poyer started the 2022 season on fire. He had 4 interceptions early on, then failed to record any at all in the second half of the season. That's because he was hurt. That's likely because injuries added up. Yep. While maybe not the best sign for the offense, Poyer has started training camp hot. He has multiple interceptions through the first week of camp during team drills. So everything that I've been seeing on film and people that have gone there, Poyer is all over the field, making plays, breaking up plays. He's looking like All-Pro Poe. And last year, he was looking like All-Pro Poe before he got hurt. And let's be real, he was hurt during training camp last year. That's when he first got hurt, was wearing the brace, and he went into the season hurt. He played hurt most of the season, and he aggravated the arm again somewhere during the season. So he was just had nagging injuries throughout the whole year. It was just a bad year for injuries for the Buffalo Bills. So listen, if Jordan Poyer comes in healthy with Micah Hyde this season and remain healthy, they're going to be dangerous. This is the best safety duo in the NFL still. I don't care their age. I don't care what you say. They are dynamic together. They've been together for the longest time. They know each other very well. They know this defense very well. I'm excited to have Jordan Poyer back. I'm shocked that he honestly got re-signed. I didn't think the Bills could afford him. But the safety market, luckily for us, wasn't that big in the offseason. So Poyer said, you know what? I'm just going to go back to Buffalo, man. They have the opportunity. They treated me right, and that's what he did. All right, next on this list, we got right guard wide open. See, I don't think so. Ryan Bates, Buffalo's incumbent starter at right guard, began training camp taking first-team reps. As things have progressed at Bills camp, second-round rookie Osiris Torrance has been taking more reps there. The two are mostly still rotating, though. During the preseason, we could see both working with the starting offense. And that is true. I expect that to be. They're not going to just give the right guard spot to Torrance. Though, in my opinion, he is the better of the two. He is a first round talent who we got lucky as hell and got him in the second round. Let's be real. He was the best right guard coming out of college, okay? The guy is an absolute beast, okay? He puts his hands on you. That's a wrap, okay? Allowed 0 sacks in college. Great run blocker. I think underrated pass blocker, right? A guy that allows 0 sacks, very few hurries. The guy's legit, guys. And yes, McDermott's not going to just give it to him. And I think Osiris Torrance is okay with that. Go ahead. You want to make this competition? Okay, I'll earn it. I'll earn it like I earned it in Florida. And you're going to see that when training camp starts to really heat up. And by the way, I'm hearing today trainers are on the field because that means they're probably going to start really ramping things up. And then I think today and then all next week things are going to get real serious because the preseason game is next Saturday. So trust me when I tell you, things are going to start getting real physical out there. Players are going to start, showing up, right? Showing their worth, trying to earn those spots. And I think you're going to hear a lot of great things from Torrance. The defense is going to be talking about, the job he's doing. Coaches are going to be talking about him. And then we're going to be able to see him in live action in preseason. You're going to see what this dude's all about, man. And I'm just excited for him. And I know he's going to earn that spot. He's going to earn that, earn it in preseason. In training camp and preseason, and he will be your week 1 right guard for the Buffalo Bills. I'll be shocked if he's not. All right, next on this list, same with CB2. Dane Jackson, Christian Benford, and Kaiir Elam have settled nothing at cornerback. The starting spot across from Tre'Davious White is still wide open. All three have bright spots during camp. Benford did early, then Jackson, and more recently, Elam. Defensive assistant John Butler has even suggested all three could continue to see playing time during the regular season, which is probably true. I'm not gonna lie, but I love Kaiir Elam, and I still have faith in that dude. But it's gotta say, man, a little concerning that he's like they're still not seeing that he can be the guy above Dane Jackson. And I'm not hating on Dane Jackson, by the way. But let's be real here, right? I mean, Dane Jackson, 6th-round pick, 7th-round pick? He's good. He's like Levi Wallace good. A little better than Levi, I would say. But you drafted a first-round corner in Kaiir. We're in year 2 now. Like, things should start clicking for him. And from what I heard early on, and I know they're all getting the same, they're all switching out. I'm hearing Dane. It's between Dane and Benford right now, and I'm probably gonna lean towards Benford at this point because Benford showed out last year, had a little rookie struggles, but I thought he played very, very well. I think the coaching staff really likes what they see in him as well. Benford may be CB2 heading into week 1 again, just like last year. And then they got to work with Kaiir again. Whatever the struggle is with him, or whatever he's not getting, I don't know if it's playbook or, just not adjusting to that defense of McDermott's. Something's got to click for Kaiir soon, or they got to, or that's a bad first-round pick. But right now, I'm not jumping the gun. You can't. It's only been 1 year. And I like what I saw from Kaiir last year when given the opportunity. Just like Benford, he had his little ups and downs at times. But I kind of thought, too, last year, McDermott really didn't give him a lot of opportunities. And then he started to give him opportunities later on. But I kind of felt like, hey, man, you drafted him in the first round for a reason, right? He's going to have his ups and downs. You got to put him out there, right? You got to let him learn. And I get it. But but listen, if he's just a bad pick, it's a bad pick. But I'm not ready to give up on Kaiir, even if he doesn't get the CB2 role this year. But if he doesn't get it next year, guys, then yeah, it will wind up being a bad pick. Okay. All right. So next on their list is Gabe and Steph are hot. And I told you all about Gabe. Sure, Poyer has played well, but the offense connections are looking good too. Despite the mini camp and spring drama with Stephon Diggs, the receiver and quarterback Josh Allen have made dynamic plays during camp. Gabe Davis has looked good as well. There's an excitement building that the Bills might have a promising 1-2 punch on the outside in 2023. I agree. And listen, the one thing they're doing a little bit different with Gabe so far in training camp, which everybody's noticing, is they're having him run different routes, right? They're not just having him go deep, which is what he's been doing in Buffalo since he was a rookie, right? The dude's like averaging like 17. I think last year he averaged like 17.9 a catch. Like he was our deep threat weapon, right? And the deeper you throw the ball, the harder it is to catch. The harder it is, for everything has to go perfectly, right? For that ball to be caught, right? Perfect pass from Josh, or at least a good pass, right? And a great catch or a good catch by Gabe. Like things can go wrong on deep passes, right? So the fact that they're going to have Gabe Davis run different routes, shorter routes, medium route, whatever, slants, working him more across the field or around the field is going to benefit Gabe Davis. Not to mention Gabe Davis has been working out like a maniac again. And I keep telling you guys that. That's one thing I respect about Gabe Davis. That dude puts in the work always in the offseason. Go watch him, man, on Instagram, whatever. He has a trainer in Florida. That dude wants to get better. And that you got to respect that. Even if you don't like the guy, whatever your feelings is about Gabe Davis, you got to respect the work he puts in. And I think the dude's going to have a very good season, and I could see him going over 1,000 yards. And this is when, Brandon Beane's going to have to decide if they want to extend him, because he's going to earn his contract. I'm going to tell you right now, he's going to earn a contract, whether it's with us or another team. And I just think Bills Mafia a little bit too hard on Gabe Davis. He first year last year being at wide receiver 2. A little over 800 yards. Yeah, his drop percentage wasn't the best, but he can get better. And he was also hurt last year. He had some mental and physical, hurdles he had to get over. And I think this year is, mentally he's stronger, from learning from all that. And physically he's better, right? So let's see what happens this year with Gabe Davis. All right, so next on their list. Quarterback probably settled. Yeah, I think so. Yes, Josh Allen starts. Kyle Allen, always probably the number 2 after signing this spring. But could Matt Barkley push him in camp? The interceptions Barkley has thrown a few times suggest no. And yeah, man, the freaking pass he threw to Damar, hey, really, kudos to Damar for the interception, was awful. Awful. Wobbly, a duck. I mean, just... I don't even know where the hell he was going. Terrible. And I got to say, Kyle Allen hasn't looked much better either. Falling, like tripping over himself. Let's just hope we don't have to see either one of them. I'm going to be honest with you. They both look bad. Like we haven't had Mitch Trubisky was a good backup. Like that's the kind of backup you want in Buffalo. Like that's that kind of quarterback, right? Reliable. Something happens for a game or two. You can rely on that guy. You're confident about that guy. Listen, man, Matt Barkley, good dude. Like it, man. You're good for the younger guys, but you ain't a good backup, bro. I'm going to be honest with you. And Kyle Allen, I don't know much about you, but your interceptions throughout your career have been super high, and you don't look too hot right now in camp. You like I said, man, neither one of these guys give me any confidence that they can do anything if Josh goes down. So, knock on wood, let's just hope and pray that Josh is, good all year, right? No injuries, right? Guess we're doomed if he goes down. I'm going to tell you that right now with these two. All right, let's see if there's another guy on this list because I have stopped counting. All right, Damar taking huge steps. Damar Hamlin has continued to be an inspiration during training camp. For his first time putting on pads to recording an interception in team drills. Hamlin looks ready for 2023. And yes, that is my dog barking. Say hi to Princess, everyone. So anyways, yeah, man. So let's talk about DeMar real quick. Listen, DeMar Hamlin, whatever happens, if he makes the team or not, which I believe he will, is honestly inspirational. Great story, great dude. Shouldn't even be here. Let's be real. And you got to give him all the credit in the world, and you got to give him all the love in the world for everything he's gone through, and just to be out there. And I went on record saying in the offseason, I don't think DeMar Hamlin was going to play this season. I thought he was going to take a year off, get his mind right, and he's back. So, listen, so far in camp, he's shined. He's looked pretty good. But once again, granted, it's against backups like Matt Barkley and Kyle Allen, but it's still good to see. But I got to say, Taylor Rapp so far looking very, very good. And, they're saying Cam Lewis is looking really, really good as well. So we shall see what happens there. For DeMar, but I have a feeling he will make the team. I just can't see the Bills cutting him. And I like DeMar. By the way, when we drafted him from, out of Pitt a few years back, I was all for DeMar, man. I thought that was a great pickup. I like what I saw from him. He was put in a tough position last year. And I thought I didn't think he played great, but I thought he played pretty good considering everything that went on. Can he get better? Sure. He's still really, really young. So, let's see what happens this year. As far as training camp goes and preseason, how much time he gets. And there's still obviously that and he said himself, the mental hurdle of things. Because right now it's nothing to do with physical, guys. He's fine. He's good to go. Doctors cleared him. Buffalo Bills doctors cleared him. So that part of that is over with. It's more of the mental hurdle for him and his teammates. And I think maybe that part's starting to dwindle away during training camp because he's already making tackles. And that was the first thing I think that he and his teammates wanted to get over with, right? Made your first tackle, you got up, everything's good. Okay, we can play football again, right? Like without having to stress that or worry about that. So yeah, man. I hope he makes team. I'm Team DeMar, man. And by the way, somebody mentioned something in comments. I'm not going to call him out by name, but said he's sick and tired of the DeMar Hamlin talk. Can we get over it? It's like, dude. To each his own. And I even told him, I said, to each his own, man. But to me, it's a great story. It's inspirational. It will always be a great story. And no, we're not going to get over it. That was unbelievable, right? That was heartbreaking. It turned into, something that is inspirational, like I said. And it got the word around about CPR and all that stuff, right? So it's done a lot. So no, I'm not. Who's tired of the DeMar talk? And you don't like it, don't listen to it. I don't know what to tell you. But anyways, all right, let's get to the next one. All right, D-line looks good even without Vaughn. Gregory Rousseau, Ed Oliver, Poona Ford, and Leonard Floyd are among defensive linemen that have made standout plays during training camp. All that coming without Von Miller. He remains on the PUP list due to his 2022 knee injury. Could this group finally become the force the Bills front office has wanted for years? And yeah, by the way, that's done with the article. And yes, I do think so. Listen, first of all, Poona Ford came in cheap, right? He could have signed somewhere else for more money. He decided to come to the Buffalo Bills on a cheaper deal because he knew he saw the opportunity with the Bills to win a Super Bowl, right? Love Poona Ford, by the way. Guy has so much energy. He's like a younger Jordan Phillips for me as far as that energy goes. He brings the juice every time. And then you got Leonard Floyd, who was another great signing. A guy that's averaged 9 sacks over the past 3 seasons, seems to be getting better as he ages. And then you got Gregory Rousseau, who doubled up on sacks from his rookie year from 4 to 8, who's only getting bigger, better, learning mentally, right? Mentally and physically, like I said. He's picking the brain of Vaughn and Leonard. And then you got Ed Oliver, listen, I don't think he's taken this giant mega step throughout his career with the Buffalo Bills. But he's taken steps, okay? He's looked better each year. And with this surrounding cast around him, I think he's only going to play better. And now he got paid, and now he's going to show his worth. And everything so far in training camp, they said Ed Oliver's looking like a stud, a beast, right? And that's what we expected when we drafted him. Let's be real. So we'll see what happens with Ed Oliver, but I have faith in him. I do. I think he's a good dude. Once again, another just player I love, and I think he's going to show his worth. I think he is. And then you got even AJ Epinesa improved last year. Now, was it a giant step? No, but it was definitely a step forward. He had 6.5 sacks. Can he continue from last year and take a little bit bigger of a step this year? He may. Then you also got Shaq Lawson, who's fighting for that spot with Boogie Basham. By the way, Boogie Basham, not much talk. I got to be real with you. I haven't heard much. It's been kind of quiet on Boogie. I think Boogie's either going to get traded or cut, man. There's not enough room. Somebody has to go, and I just have not heard enough from Boogie. I think that's going to wind up being a bad pick, okay? Just like Cody Ford. And I think Brandon Beane needs to get something just like he did for Cody Ford while he's still young and teams still see the potential in Boogie Basham. That's my opinion, man. And I know a lot of you guys are going to be like, oh, Shaq Lawson's an older player. Did you watch Shaq Lawson last year? Shaq Lawson balled out when given the opportunity. When his number was called, he balled out. He looked very good. So if he continues that from last season, this season, there's no reason why you wouldn't keep Boogie and cut Shaq. I'm sorry. That'd be a bad decision. Just because you drafted Boogie, like that's a dumb thing to do. Like it's about the team, making the team better. And you got to have somebody go. And I don't think Shaq would be the guy if Shaq continues, to play like he played last season. Boogie's just been a quiet disappointment. I'm going to be real with you, man. And maybe he can listen. Sometimes players go to other teams and they wind up playing like a new environment. They wind up excelling, right? Playing better. Maybe that's what he needs. All right. It happens sometimes like that. So guys, anyways, man, I appreciate you guys watching, and I'll be doing a training camp video today later on once I get all the clips pulled up. So day 7 is coming up, by the way. And Bills Mafia, I love you. And as always, go Bills. I'm out of here. Peace.